Hey guys, what's up? If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. My name is Indigo, and today's video is going to be kind of different. I'm just going to get straight into it. Today, I want to talk about jealousy and introspection, because I think that in order to combat jealousy, you have to have introspection. But it's a thing that's been coming up here recently for me, because I'm in a situation, or I found myself in a situation where there's somebody who I never would have expected is jealous of me. And this one was very subtle. I've had situations in the past. A couple years ago, I worked with a girl who made out like she was my friend, and there was something within me that told me, like, maybe you should keep her at arm's length. Maybe you shouldn't invite her in. I didn't listen. I invited her in, and she showed her true colors. Found out that, or I shouldn't say I found out, I got to see the jealousy in action, and it completely, I don't know, it changes the way that I look at a lot of things. But I've been doing a lot of self-reflection here, because I've noticed here lately, especially in like a lot of relationships that I have formed here in these last couple of years, that there has been a lot of that jealous spirit that has kind of been around. And I very much believe that our external worlds are a reflection of everything that is going on with us internally. And so I was trying to figure out why this thing keeps coming up, why it keeps happening. Because I'm somebody that I try to love everybody, I try to respect everybody, treat everybody well. So, why is it that I keep seeing this same pattern, this same spirit popping up in different ways, different forms in the relationships? And what I've come to realize is that there are a lot of things about myself that I take for granted, that I'm not appreciating. And these people pop up because they're trying to draw me back to that thing. They're trying to draw my attention to this, and trying to get me to see that this is actually something that, for me personally, is really, or in my life, it's really valuable. I think oftentimes we get into this place, in this space of not really looking at ourselves in our entirety and appreciating who we are, or not appreciating the entirety of us. I know me personally, I don't. Because like I said, the relationship that I have with my mother, that's something that has been brought up to me quite a bit here lately, actually, of people telling me that they kind of envy that just a little bit, something that they wish they had. But for me, it's not necessarily a thing that, it's not a thing that I've ever really, it's like I cherish it, but it's not a thing that I give conscious awareness to all the time, just because it's so ingrained in me and it's such a part of my life now. And it's not like it's something that just came naturally or came easy. Me and my mother, we worked at this relationship. When I was a teenager and growing up, yes, she very much poured into me. She very much, she's told me from a young age I could be and do whatever it is that I set my mind to. Just make sure that I set my mind to something and let it be a good something, and that I go after it. But she has always told me I could be who or whatever I wanted to be. She's always encouraged me in that. But as I got older and I grew up and I started to really just look at my life, she grew more into the church, whereas she grew more accustomed and everything like that to the church until very recently. And me, for me, I feel like she wasn't exhibiting that same thing. And it wasn't until recently that she realized, how much of her energy that she was giving away to the church. I wouldn't say recently, but within the last like 5 years, I want to say, she kind of stepped back, pulled back from the church completely. And now we're walking this path together. But it was only at the point where we are walking this path together of undoing a lot of the pain and hypocrisy and the shame and degradation and guilt. It's only been our process of like getting rid of that and stepping back into our personal power that we've been able to come to a place where we can have this type of relationship. And so it takes work to have these things. Like, to me, there's no reason why you should ever be jealous of anybody. And I'm going to say that because you don't know what it takes for people to be who they are. You don't know what it takes for them to have the things that they do. And a lot of times you're only seeing the after effect of who these people are. Like, it took years for people, or for me personally, to get to where I am. It took years for me to be this way. And so for somebody to come and be jealous of me, to me, is a little silly, because of I know my story in its entirety. I know all of the pain that I went through to be this person. And coming from that viewpoint, that way of looking at it, you should never envy or be jealous of anything anybody else has, because you don't know what they went through to get it, but you also don't know what they're going through while having that. You don't know what comes with the blessings and the beauty and just all that other people are. And I guarantee you there's something about you that you are overlooking, that you're not seeing. So what I'm going to do, and the whole purpose of me making this video today, is I really just want people to come back into a place of self-reflection, looking at yourself. Like, what is it about you that makes you you? What is it about you that you are overlooking, that you're not seeing, that you are taking for granted? What is it that is beautiful about you? I want you to, if you have to, make a list. I'm going to insert this little video clip, but I created a board of this, just a very basic understanding of myself. All right, so this here is a video of my list, or my board, of just little aspects of myself. I have it broken down into 3 different categories. It's like stuff that is just a part of me, or stuff that I don't yet see as a problem. And then got the stuff that I am currently working on trying to change about myself. And then at the very end, we have things that I have already changed and that I'm like now blossoming in. So you don't have to like use my idea, just to give you kind of an example of something that you can do that's a little bit fun and creative, but still helps you get to know yourself in a new way, or helps you get to know yourself a little bit better as well. So yeah. But this is me from my standpoint. But I encourage you to make a list of your own and figure out what it is that makes you you, what it is that makes you special, what it is that makes you just this beautiful, bright being, and learn to cultivate that within yourself. Cultivate the beauty that is you, the beautiful self that is you. Learn to love that, cherish that. Don't spend time looking at other people. There's nothing that they have that you need. You have everything within you that you're supposed to have. So just be comfortable, be confident, and be assertive in that, because therein lies your uniqueness. Therein lies your beauty. And I promise you, once you start to focus on yourself, once you get to know yourself, you love yourself, and you cherish you ain't gonna even be looking at these other people. I promise you. Prime example. Let me give you a personal example for me. I know my best friend, baby girl, has gorgeous hair, and I'm talking beautiful hair. I used to be like, I won't say that. Yeah, I was jealous of that when we were in high school. I was jealous of her hair, and I was jealous of how thin she was, because I always wanted to be thin. And as I got older and I started to, appreciate, or really like, again, started to look at myself and appreciate my own hair, my own curls. Oddly enough, when I stopped straightening my hair and I just embraced the fact that I just have curly hair and that's what it is. But once I started to look at me, I poured love into my hair. I poured love into myself. I changed up my diet. All these different things that I did to really grab hold of myself. Everything for me started to change. My hair began to flourish, and it is flourishing. I decided to change my diet up, and I ended up losing all this weight that I had been holding on to all these years. And there was a new me that was able to come forward and to blossom, because I stopped looking outside of myself and envying all of these things that other people had. And I just began to appreciate myself in my entirety. I began to love myself. I began to nurture myself. So I just want us all to go back to this place where we don't look outside and don't look at... Sorry, I live near an airfield. But don't look at these things that other people have, because I promise you there's something about you that somebody right now is envying. So there's no need for jealousy. Don't be jealous of nobody else. Literally figure out what it is that you have, what it is that makes you special, what it is that makes you beautiful, and build on that, flourish it, grow and nurture that thing. And I promise you, once you get to the other side and you really start to see that thing as beautiful, you will never have another moment. I shouldn't say that. You probably have little moments where you might be like, oh dang, I wish I had this or that. But if you find yourself falling into that trap, again, turn that focus back on yourself. There's nothing outside of you that can fulfill you. There's only you. And there's nothing that you need to be jealous of anybody else for, because there's something about you that makes you unique and special. So just figure out what that is, and let that be what leads and guides you in your pursuit of self. That's all this life's journey is just a pursuit of self. So yeah, I encourage everybody just to utilize introspection. There's definitely something about you that is absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful. And the sooner that you realize that, the sooner you'll stop being envious, jealous, or really feeling the need to look outside of yourself for really anything. But yeah, if you like this video, please leave me a like. It helps the channel out a whole lot. I am in pursuit of being more active in this. Sorry guys, I literally live like near an airfield, but if you like this video, just leave a thumbs up for me. It helps me out a whole lot on these YouTube streets. I am in pursuit of being more active on here. And yeah, I just started a business. I think I said that before, but yeah, I just started a business. I have everything linked down below on my social media, all of that stuff. You can go and check that out. Yeah, thanks for stopping by.